Thanks for staying with us. You're watching the Monday night property edition of Your Money, Your Call. I'm Lisa Montgomery, and we've been getting through some great questions tonight and hopefully offering a few insights into how you can become a more informed property purchaser, seller or investor. If you call or email tonight, you'll be speaking with Mr. Curtis Field from Colliers and Mr. Robert Klaric from, the property expert actually. So, okay, now we've got a caller and it's Paul. And Paul, how can we help you this evening?
Yeah, good day, Lisa. Thanks for taking the call. Lisa, I've got a house in Cairns, and I was just interested to see what the panel's thoughts would be if the Aquis development goes ahead in Cairns. What would happen to the prices of houses? And I suppose, depending on what the answer is, would you recommend buying more property in a region like Cairns with this Aquis, or would you recommend the Gold Coast with the infrastructure that's going to come in because of the Commonwealth Games over the next few years? Thank you very much.
Now, Paul, you're calling from Thursday Island, is that right?
Yes.
I think that's the first call we've had from Thursday Island, so it's lovely to talk to you this evening. Now, you're thinking about Cairns. I just want to ask you a question. You've got an investment property there now, that's right?
Yes.
How's it been performing for you?
I've had it for about 7 years and there hasn't been very much growth.
No. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the panel. I mean, it hasn't performed well, but we'll talk to the panel and see what advice they've got for you. Thanks, Paul. Okay, so Paul has a property in Cairns at the moment, and he is wondering about the Aquis development that's going up there, whether that's going to make a difference for him. Or should he be, looking at purchasing something on the Gold Coast, which is an interesting market right now? Rob, to you first.
Wow, okay, Paul. Obviously, I've had a little bit of experience with clients of mine that have looked at securing property and offloading property in Queensland, in particular North Queensland. Now, in Cairns itself, look, it has been hard work, as you've mentioned already, and you mentioned to Lisa with it and Curtis that you haven't had really much growth in 7 years, and personally I don't see a big upswing and a real big growth cycle in North Queensland for it. So I guess the long and the short of the answer to it is that I would be hesitant about buying another investment property in that location for you. The Gold Coast on the flip side as well, there is some good buying on the Gold Coast, but there's been massive reductions from where people have bought properties for and to what they've sold it for recently. I had a client of mine recently who had a property same distance, 7 years that they've held it for, and effectively had to take a loss on the sale of the property. So you just got to look at your markets. In every market you'll always find something of value, but I'd certainly look probably a little bit more afield, and you don't necessarily have to be in the same pocket that you're living in and wanting to invest in. However, again, seek the right advice with that. But the long and the short of it, I can't see the growth certainly in the short term for that market in the North Queensland or the Gold Coast.